Hi, I'm Andy Mattingly, and in today's financial readiness discussion, the focus will be on how you can make changes in your life to spend less every day. Finding ways to trim your monthly expenses can often be very daunting because so many of our expenses seem fixed. Surprisingly, many of us forget about expenses that are not top of mind or about ways to lower the cost of some of the big expenses. There truly are surprising ways to spend less every day to make a big difference each month. Reoccurring expenses to cancel. How many forgotten online subscriptions for content, children's resources, or other services that are on auto renewal that you don't use anymore do you have? You keep paying monthly without regard to canceling because each is such a small expense. Auto renewal services is something that you should review regularly to make sure that you're still utilizing them, and if you're not, cancel them immediately. Streamline your streaming. Another area that is part of recurring expenses is streaming music and video services. Too often, in an attempt to cut the cable cord, people move to a multitude of streaming services. Sometimes, they are spending more on various streaming services to get the content that they had on cable. If you want to really spend less, focus on just one streaming video and one streaming music service and cancel all the rest. Basic utilities to reduce. People often think they don't have any control over their electric and gas bill, and in fact, changing a few behaviors can make a significant difference. Start with the temperature of your home. Increasing 2 or 3 degrees when it's hot or reducing that much when it's cold will trim your bill significantly. If you want to really gain savings, install a smart thermostat and keep it colder or warmer when you are gone or sleeping. Energy conservation and efficiency. If you don't have the energy-conserving tankless water heater, consider turning down the setting for how hot to keep the water in your tank. Not using hot water for washing clothes can also help with lowering the cost of your water heater. Unplug any appliances that you are not using as another tip to lower your electric costs, and consider using energy-efficient light bulbs for all of your lighting. Look at your cords. If you have cable service, you really need to look at and see if you need all the programming, or if you can get by with more of a basic channel lineup. Also consider using automatic payment, as this can often save you $5 or $10 a month. You might want to also consider bundling services such as phone, internet, and cable if you can save compared to your current cost. If you have a landline, cancel features that you don't need anymore, or even think about canceling the service completely if you're almost exclusively using your mobile phone. Keep an eye on pet costs. Our pets can become quite expensive if we don't regularly do an inventory of what we're spending. Online delivery or subscribe and save options can insulate us to the amount of money we're spending each month on our pets. Throw in the additional costs for health-related needs and the expense might surprise you. Take a hard look at what you're buying and make sure you're getting the best deal and that you really need all the extra. Sometimes if you're buying high quality, you might not need some of the additional products you've been buying. It can't all be about you. Make sure that you're not paying for convenience versus doing it yourself. Examples would include mulching and yard maintenance. Work that most people can do themselves for a lot less. Also, if you've signed up for a luxury item delivery that comes quarterly, this might be another place to cut back so you can save money. While we're talking about you, also consider how many clothes you're buying and the type of clothes you're buying. You may have to decide whether you want to buy quantity or label, but stick to spending less on clothes that you're buying for yourself. When it comes to entertainment, don't forget free options, instead of always opting for spending on your entertainment. Maybe combine activities such as dinner and cooking with your significant other as a free date night activity. Pack the pantry, not the fridge. Grocery waste is one of the biggest leakages of money from a household that goes undetected. Food spoilage, especially of fresh foods, is a weekly event for some people. Buy less fresh food at a time to minimize the waste. For non-perishable goods, look to purchase in bulk if you can find significant savings. And always make a meal plan, then a grocery list, then find your coupons, and finally do your shopping. This is another great way to reduce your overall spending on food and avoid waste. Refi almost any debt. From your mortgage to your student loan and any other loan for that matter, you should consider refinancing to a lower rate and maybe even a longer term if you need monthly cash flow help. Don't extend if possible, focus more on lowering the rate. If you have a mortgage, see if you can stop paying PMI. Don't forget about credit cards either. Look for a better rate if you carry a balance. You might also benefit from combining or consolidating a few loans into one. Consider all of your options when looking to save money on your debt. May be more difficult, but worth it. Try to carpool and combine trips to lower gas consumption. Shop your auto and home insurance and don't pay for extra benefits that you're not going to use. Try to reduce or eliminate consumable habits, smoking, drinking, candy, which is a double win, less expense and better health. Consider bartering or trading services with friends and neighbors for needs like dog sitting, childcare, even home maintenance. Now, one of the most difficult ideas, if you're spending too much on housing, move to a less expensive house or apartment. Making any of these expense savings might seem small on a monthly basis, but taken together, and over the course of several months and years, the money saved will be substantial and worth the effort to make the changes instead of waiting. Financial readiness is attainable for everyone, and it all starts with your commitment to reach this goal. To learn more and find helpful tools and resources, visit the Financial Readiness page at forumcu.com.